Hey yo, baby D, get your little ass over here on the mic, man. Show these other little niggas they can't fuck with the Dangerous crew, man. Spit that shit.
Shit on gold chain, gold glasses, prime time like Dion.
Hey, can't do the Quan, do the Dion. You hear me?
He don't speak on me, I don't compete with a peon. Flying a bundle like my name was Dion.
I peeped this, right? So, alright, let's take it back. Let me show you how you a prisoner of war. Arguably. For entertainment purposes and hypotheses and allegations and all this. Hypothetically, you're a POW. Prisoner of war. Okay, so if there were already people here when Columbus came, because they met them, right? That's how they had Thanksgiving and shit. It was already Indians and indigenous people here, right? Okay, so those Indians were black people and Mexicans and other little people, from what we're coming to find out now, by way of Dane Calloway, my brother Sosa, Kev Gills, all these people are coming out and showing us that we were really classified as Indians back in the day. All up until this guy came into the world named Walter Plecker, who was the creator of like this little census type of shit. And what he did was he got in the office, in the power, political power, and then he came up with this drafted form of classifying people that were white or either black. You either white or you black. You either white or you colored. You don't care what the fuck you was besides besides white, you were gonna be colored. So they took us from being classified as Indians to being classified as colored people. So that's how your nationality was stolen from you. You know what I'm saying? First off, and your history and all that shit, because they took you from being Blackfoot Indian, Cherokee, Issaquah, or whatever the fuck shit was, Iroquois, whatever you say. They took you from being classified by your particular tribe of Indian to being only classified as colored or you a white person. And they did it by this guy's drafting of this classification method called census bureau type shit. That's what the census is when they come around, and people still putting African American on that shit. People still putting whatever on that little piece of paper that come around every year. And now they tell you it's a federal law if you don't do that shit right. So again, with this being said, so now that you don't know that your origins were of this land before these people came over here with Christopher Columbus and all that, now you don't know that this land was your land before it was anybody else's land that came over here as an immigrant, because they came over here as immigrants on the boat. And here's a picture of Walter Plecker and proof of what he did right here. Now, back to what I was saying. So if Walter Plecker reclassified you from being indigenous of this land and gave you only a colored name, that takes your airing of this land away from you. So now they can come in and say, hey, this land is your land, this land is our land. And they can just plant their feet here and stay for as long as they want. See, they kicked a lot of our people from the southern parts of the world, like the Florida places and the Alabamas and the Georgias and the Mississippis and the Alabamas and stuff. They booted most of them out of this land down here where we live now and made most of them flee to the west. That's what the Great Migration and all that shit was, the Trail of Tears, where people went to Oklahoma. They showed you on pictures that these were Indians, but these were actually your people. Because if you're the Indians, your grandma told you, nigga, yeah, I'm Blackfoot, I'm Cherokee, I'm Chickasaw. That's your people. They fed you a lie and made you believe that it was some people that look like these damn people you see on these Western movies. That's not us, bruh. We don't look like them. We don't have little squinted eyes and shit like that. No offense to them, but I'm just saying we have totally different features. We had good hair and shit. We still have good hair. My daughter's got hair down her fucking back. Beautiful hair. My son, you know what I'm saying? My mama, my grandma and them, my girl, they all got hair down their back. If they let it grow out and don't get no perms in they shit. Trying to be what the world say be. You feel me? So, with them pushing all the people west, that gave them grounds to come in and take over that land in the South. Like the Louisiana Purchase and all this civil rights and Confederates and Union and all this shit. People fighting over territory. All right, we're going to keep these Indians that didn't want to leave. We're going to turn them into slaves and get their land from them and shit like that by making treaties and pacts with them. If you do this, we'll give you this. If we do this, we'll give you this. All that shit came along around that time. Like my boy Kev Gill say a few grandmas ago. That wasn't 1400s, dude. That was like 100, 200 years ago when all this shit went down, when your land was stolen from you. So, if Walter Plecker instituted all this shit, remember Walter Plecker, he reclassified you from being your Indian self to being colored. So if these people are still on your land right now and they hoeing you out and treating you like a bitch in your own land, don't that make you a prisoner of war? Because the reason why you had to leave was because after beating their ass so many times, we eventually had to pack up and leave because we started losing. So they made most of us leave, and the ones that are still down here in the South, we the ones that didn't flee. Maybe we the offspring of the grandparents that didn't want to leave. So our family just got to stay here, but we still got to deal with a lot of this political shit that we go through. You know, like being racially profiled when we get pulled over for a police stop because they know who we are. They know that your grandma was one of them motherfuckers that was stubborn. Probably didn't want to lead the plantation when they abolished slavery in 1867 or whatever. That was your people. That's why your ass still down here. So they hoe us out any kind of way. But if niggas don't know their history, man, they don't know their history. So would that make you a prisoner of war? Because you still getting bitched on your own land? They treat you any kind of way they want to on your own land. Don't that make you a POW, a prisoner of war? Because this is your land. Somebody came over here and took your shit and don't even tell you that they took it in a war. Like somebody just came and took over your trip. You feel me? I just be thinking about shit like that, man. Like, damn, if that's true, that we were already here and they came over here and bombarded some shit and took our shit, that would make us prisoners of a war that we don't even know we was in. Because the history has been stolen from us and, you know, whitewashed into thinking that, oh no, y'all ain't the Indians, those some other Mongolian looking people. You know what I'm saying? Mongolian, Asian looking motherfuckers, Asiatic motherfuckers. Yeah, nah, that ain't y'all, bro. Y'all just Africans that came from Africa. Yeah, we came from Africa, but that was way before Christopher Columbus came that we was over here. And y'all won't tell us that part of the game. You know, and I'm not the first person to say this, so don't make me the bad guy. Just go back and do your history. Look at Dane Calloway. You know, look at my nigga Kev Gills. Look at Sosa. I forgot Sosa's whole channel, but A lot of people have been coming out telling you this, man. I'm just wanting to break it down and put it in like a 5-10 minute video. Other people's videos be really stretched out, and I know people got a short attention span, so I just summed it up. And maybe I have a more direct delivery of that shit. But man, look into that shit. Walter Plecker. That's how your classification got changed from Cherokee, Blackfoot, and all these Indians and shit to what you're deemed as now. Just a nigga. Just an African American. Oh, he just a nigga. So now you don't even get to put in your little tribe or shit no more with your grandma and them used to know themselves as. They had their own little language and dialect and shit that they used to have back in the day. Now you ain't got nothing but, yeah, for sure, my nigga. No doubt. Love, folk. On God, gangster. No doubt, player. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Did you know, I'm going to tell you some real shit. This is a quick little fact for you. Did you know that Baton Rouge, the meaning of Baton Rouge is red stick. Baton is a stick. Rouge is red. So when the first little settlers over there in Louisiana landed on the banks of Louisiana, they found this red pole standing up in the middle of Baton Rouge. And you know what it was for? It was to put a dividing fence on what tribe had jurisdiction on what particular part of land. So the red stick was a dividing fence. This tribe had this side of the fence, and this tribe had this side of the fence. And the settlers just named it Baton Rouge because when they landed there on the banks, they found a red stick. And the stick was red because it was blood on the stick. Because they used to hang like they hunting meat and shit on it, I guess, or whatever. Or heads or whatever. I can't remember what I read, but yeah, that's why Baton Rouge is called Baton Rouge. It's called Red Stick. Because when they first landed, they found a red stick there in the middle of the land. And, you know, it was used as a dividing fence for jurisdiction for each one of them tribes, man. I thought that was pretty cool, too. And I'm not a hater. I'm not a hatred person. I'm not hatred-filled. I like to learn history and learn how shit came about. There's nothing wrong with that. Like Turk say, it ain't hating if it's facts. You just telling the truth. Telling the truth ain't hating. You know what I'm saying? Why can't we know our fucking history? Everybody can know they shit. Motherfuckers get on TV and shame black people. Oh, I'm from Ireland. I'm from this part. My people are from here. Why the fuck we can't know our history? Why they gotta be deemed as creating hate speech? No, if you did some fucked up shit, that's you. We ain't saying you the devil. I mean, I had a person come on my comments the other day like, I don't like the way you did that fleur-de-lis video because it paints white people in a bad light. I'm just telling what the fuck you did. If some of your ancestors fucking branded people in their arm with a brand, why can't I tell the story of this black man that was a real life story for? This nigga had to get branded with that damn thing. Ain't nobody gonna tell his story? So he just supposed to die and nobody ever talk about what he went through? That's all I'm doing. I'm just telling people what happened. I'm not trying to incite violence on anybody. I'm just keeping it real about what the fuck we come from. Don't be mad at me for that, man, you know. They shouldn't have did it. If your ancestors were horrible people by your judgment, then that's what it is, man. I didn't say they were. I'm just telling you what they did. They were part of eugenics. Walter Plecker was a eugenicist. Eugenics mean selective breeding and shit like that, where you lock motherfuckers up if you don't feel like they worthy of producing babies. You set up abortion clinics and shit in certain neighborhoods, like black neighborhoods that are poor, because you don't want them to procreate. You know, that's eugenics. That's all shit that Walter Plecker was a part of. This nigga here he was a fucking real savage. And a lot of his shit that he was involved in has ties to Nazi Germany type of Holocaust type of physician shit, man. So, you know, don't be mad at me, man. I'm just a young brother that don't mind reading, you know. And I like to seek knowledge about where I come from. Y'all know where y'all come from. Why can't I know where I came from? I be wanting to know. 100. I'm out.
always right. It's like when I'm right, I'm right. And when I'm wrong, I could have been right. So I'm still right because I could have been wrong.
That makes sense. Come on. Say that again. Come on.
It's like when I'm right, I'm right. When I'm wrong, I could have been right. So I'm still right because I could have been wrong, you know. And I'm sorry because I could be wrong right now. I could be wrong right now.
Yo, man, I hope you enjoyed that video, man. That was I hope it was enlightening. You think it was enlightening us? You think they're gonna send feds at me for that?
We prepared.
Yeah, man. I just wanna fucking just voice my opinion. I ain't trying to create no problems with nobody. Anyway, that was that Nipsey Hussle status symbol instrumental in the background. Check it out, man. I felt like that was a pretty deserving song for that type of video. You'll hear the lyrics. One